Today, I wanted to share with you how we can take a recorded video, an uploaded video on our platform, and use some really powerful AI tools to look at some reports to give us just some great concrete data. So last week, I shared with you how we can give timestamp feedback. So this is the same video that I shared last week. So it's a lesson on differentiation. So what we are able to do with our platform is run an AI report. So I've run an AI report, same lesson, and there are a lot of different resources that we have. So I'm just going to show you a couple. And again, if you want to look more in depth with this, schedule a call and I can show you lots of different ideas. But first thing you do, you get a summary here of the lesson itself. So a quick overview of what it was, what the takeaways were for it. It then tells me the amount of teacher talk versus student talk. And in this case, the students are my participants that I was working with. I can look at particular students. So if these were students that I were actually teaching, it would be really powerful to be able to look at students. I can also look at it visually speaking. So really powerful if I'm working with a classroom teacher to look at who is spending the most time talking. I can also look at the question distribution over time. So over the length of the lesson, who was asking questions and what were those questions being asked? So for example, here in the beginning of the lesson, the teacher asked these questions. So I can actually click on the questions. And if you notice, I'm going to scroll down here. It actually gives me what questions were asked. So it's really powerful. And it then takes me to that point in the lesson. So I can go and I can work with the coach and we can actually look at where in the lesson is that. And let's take a look at what was happening in that lesson. So whether it was the teacher asking questions or the student asking the question, we can go back and we can analyze that together. Again, we can look at closed questions or open-ended questions. So if we're helping a teacher take the thinking to a higher level, we want to get a little bit more deep thinking happening, we can examine the kinds of questions that are being asked. So again, I can click on it and I can take a look at exactly what the questions were that were being asked. And again, I can look at the kinds of questions students are asking. And are they higher level questions? Are they low level questions? What kind of thinking and learning is taking place? And I can jump right to it in the lesson and we can examine what was happening. So imagine those rich conversations that are happening. So the AI technology here is not taking the place of an administrator or a coach. It's enriching that conversation. It's giving you really concrete data to enrich that conversation. So I'd love to have a conversation with you about how we might partner together to do some coaching rounds or support your teachers using this incredible AI technology so that a teacher is able to examine and reflect on their own lesson, but using this technology to get really specific to help student learning. So I'm excited to talk to you about this further.